What's up and welcome back to the Metalhead Car Show. With the Power Trip Festival approaching, that's going to be the celebration of one really big thing, and that is the return of AC/DC. This will be their first show they've done since 2016 when they were touring with Axl Rose, and I think it's going to be a really special occasion. I think there's going to be a lot of fans really hyped for the fact that, well, they're back, and seeing how they left off, I think this will be a really cool show. Now, AC/DC has never been a slouch live. They always bring a really big show with them, but as of the last tour, they also did a really good job at pulling out just really weird songs. Pulling out songs like Riff Raff, Touch Too Much, Rock and Roll Domination, to name it some of them. So before we get going, I just want to say if you like the video, like and maybe even subscribe if you want to stick around. It helps me out a lot and shows me that I'm kind of doing something right in my videos. So this is my prediction / wish list towards what AC/DC is going to be playing at Power Trip this year. Let's get right into it. So this is the first time anyone's seen AC/DC since 2016. I think what we might see is some sort of intro movie like they've done for the past 2 tours. And then after that, the stage will be just black for a little bit. And then we'll hear the bell. And the show will open with Hell's Bells. This may be a bit of an unorthodox opening song, but it would get the fans going. It would probably give the band a bit of an easy start compared to some other songs in their catalog. And just with that intro song, I think the fans would absolutely lose it. Next up, I think it's going to be a new song. I don't think AC is going to be playing many new songs on this tour. They didn't really do much for the Rocker Bus tour. So given the fact that it's been a little while and I think a lot of the fans there are going to be there for the old stuff, I don't think the new album's going to be the biggest priority. Also, the new album's like 3 years old at this point. It's not new. So I think it's going to be Realize. It was one of the singles, and I think it's going to fit in the set pretty well, especially really early in the set list. After that, I think we're going to be getting You Shook Me All Night Long. Much like a lot of these on the set, it's a classic, fans are going to love it, works really well in the beginning of the set, and it's a given they're going to play it. After that, I think having something a little bit weird might be kind of cool, and I think playing Fly on the Wall would be the right choice. They haven't played since the mid to later 80s, and I think if they are going to be picking some weird songs, it's likely going to be from Brian's era, so picking a Fly on the Wall song would be kind of a cool pick. Now after that, just in case it flops, Girls Got Rhythm.
Been around the world, seen a million girls, ain't one of them done.
Fans love it, and it's a lot of fun live. I think it'd be a wicked choice. After that, I think it's going to go back to some newer material, and it's going to be Shot in the Dark. Shot in the Dark being, once again, a single off the newer album. I think those two are going to be the only new songs to be played live. And off the new album, I think they're going to play it kind of safe. So I think at this point, it's going to be Shot in the Dark. After Shot in the Dark, I feel like it's probably to go into Thunderstruck. Truthfully, I'm not a big Thunderstruck fan. I think it's a little bit overrated, but it's not all about me, and the grand scheme of fans seem to love it, so it's definitely going to be played. After that, I think we're going to hear Back in Black. Some AC/DC songs can be dropped. I don't think they'll ever be able to drop Back in Black. It's probably in the bulk of fans' top 10 songs. It's great live, and I think it's just an AC/DC staple at this point. Next up, I think it's going to be something a bit older, and it's going to be extended as well. They are known to do this at their shows. Extending songs isn't a weird thing for AC/DC. A song that's been commonly extended in the past is the Jack, but truthfully, I don't think it's to be played. Last time they played the Jack was at the Coachella Festival in 2014, I believe, and when they did their 2 shows there, they actually dropped it after the first night, and they never really got back to it. Now, I think a lot of fans love it, but honestly, I think it's a bit too low energy at this point. And honestly, I think the band might not be into it anymore. They've been playing it forever, and I think it's done its time. So, the song I think it's going to be is High Voltage. Wicked song, tribute to Bon Scott at the same time, and works really well to be extended, which we're probably going to hear an Angus solo thrown in there. After that, I think it'd be a really good transition going into Ball Breaker. Wicked song, wicked album. It's been way too long since it's been played, and I think if they're going to play something a bit more obscure and from Brian's era, once again, this would be a perfect fit. After that, Shoot to Thrill. Much like Back in Black, this is probably in a lot of fans' top 10. It is awesome live, a lot of crowd engagement, and much like Back in Black and some of our other ones I've mentioned, it's never going to be dropped. After Shoot to Thrill, now that we're into the second half of the set list, I think we're going to be getting Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap.
Dirty deeds, done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds, done dirt cheap.
Staple, fans love it, goes down great live. Once again, a lot of crowd interaction with that chorus. That, and I believe the song gets generally a really underrated guitar solo. So it's both never going to be dropped, but also it's kind of a good thing because it works really, really well live. After that, I think we're going to get our last obscure song in the set, which I would love to see, This Means War.
Means war. This means war.
There hasn't been a Blow Up Your Video song played since the Razor's Edge tour, I believe. So I think pulling out something that's just a little bit weird, but also really fun and high energy like this song would be very, very cool. After that, last newer song of the set, and that's going to be Rock or Bust. This is generally one of my favorite AC/DC songs. I think it's so good, and I think a lot of fans just don't appreciate it as much as it probably needs to be. So I think it'd make a really good addition to the set. After that, hits here on out, I think it's going to go from TNT to Whole Lotta Rosie to Let There Be Rock. That's not a really original way to end the main set off, but it seems to work for AC/DC, and it's going to work for the fans. There's nothing weird in there, there's nothing really, again, unique in there, but fans love TNT. Whole Lotta Rosie goes down beautifully live, and they get to pull out Rosie. And For Those About to Rock is arguably the best AC/DC song. And live, this is going to be probably 15 to 20 minutes long with that Angus Young solo in there.
In the beginning, back in 1955, man didn't know about the rock and roll show and all that jive.
After that, going into the encore, I think much like every other AC/DC encore ever, it's starting with Highway to Hell. After Highway to Hell, I think we're going to be seeing AC/DC pull out those cannons, and we're going to be seeing them close the show off with For Those About to Rock. It hasn't always been the closing song at every single show, but it does make for a brilliant closing song. So that's the mix of what I believe they're going to play, mixed with a couple I want to see. If it was a personal, here's what I want and nothing more than that, it'd be very different. Truthfully, it'd be a bit more Brian heavy than Bon Scott heavy. And also, Since Guns N' Roses is actually playing at the same festival and Axl Rose filled in for Brian Johnson back in 2016, it is my mind that maybe we'll see Axl Rose join AC/DC on stage for one song. What song? If I had to guess, probably Whole Lotta Rosie. I think For Those About to Rock would work really well, but whether if AC/DC would want another person on stage with them for the end of the show, I don't really know. But I think for that reason, it might be Whole Lotta Rosie, if it happens at all. Regardless of what they play, I think it's going to be an awesome show, and I'm hoping for 2024 we see some tour dates. It's been almost 10 years since I've seen them. I'm ready to go again. I think regardless of whatever they play on this show, it's going to be a fantastic time, and I can't wait to see what they do in the foreseeable future. Anyway, that is my prediction and wish set list for AC/DC's show at the Power Trip Festival. Oh no, what do you think? What do you want to see them play, and what do you think the set list will be? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you've enjoyed what you've seen. I post on Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I'll see you later.